It's still Friday, and on Friday we have, on Fridays rather, we have a lot of goodies for you, from entertainment, sports, well, a little bit of politics. But currently we have singer Raya in the studio, amazing personality, doing very well in the music industry. Osaze Naga Ibinoba, he's right here in the studio. Osaze Naga. The name is Naga.
Yeah.
So Naga. All right. It sounds like an Igbo name, as a matter of fact. So it's quite interesting.
I mean, it's just the Osaze that makes it, you know, Benin.
Like Benin.
Because we know Osase, you know, it's from that region.
I get a lot of that because most people hear Naga and they feel like it's Igbo.
Yeah, I felt so. Naga immensely. But how are you doing this morning?
I'm very good, very good. It's good to be here.
How easy was it to coin that name? You know, I mean, it's part of your name quite
as easy as it sounds, it wasn't. Because I used to go by my other name.
Osase?
No, just Joshua. Because I felt like it was hard for people to pronounce. But then when I was in school, Uniben around 2015, thereabout, I started DJing. So I was looking for a name for a long time. And one of my friends just called me, "Oh, DJ Naga." And I'm like, "Nah, don't do that. Don't bring my native name into this." Then after a while, I was like, "But that works. That works." And after that, I took a break on DJing in 2019. And then I just felt like, take out the DJ. I'm Naga.
I don't think people should answer more of the indigenous names. You know why?
Yeah.
Because Joshua is an indigenous name. You're not English.
So the reason why I stopped answering Joshua was because we could be in a room and there's already 4 Joshuas.
Yeah, 4 Joshuas, and you're like,
but there's like no Naga. I'm like the only one. So I'm like, okay, let's do that.
Well, I think I like that. Probably I should have to start answering my indigenous.
What would it be?
My name is Ugonaya. I don't know what Ugonaya means.
Ugonaya. Okay, I've heard of Ugonaya.
The pride of her father.
Ugochi, Ugonaya.
Ugonaya, the pride of her father. Probably we still can call me Margaret on the show. Naga, all right, it's fine, right? DJ Naga, how do you feel about that?
That was a good time, honestly.
It makes me feel good. But do you still DJ?
I still know how to, but I don't do DJ like
officially.
I thought a lot of people make money from DJing.
They do. For me, just had to, when I came back from school 2018, 2019, I just had to like switch. It was not what I was going to. I didn't really want to go into the nightlife fully.
Okay.
So
is there a reason for that? Your faith?
Not just the faith, but I didn't just feel comfortable with it.
Okay, insecurity or something.
Yeah, it gave me some level of money. Like I made money from DJing when I was DJing, but going on, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to I was not just in that headspace.
But talking about DJing, before we'll get to the music part now. Talking about this joking, it's not everyone that is into the nightlife. You have DJs that strictly do official or corporate events, and they do not delve into your nightlife, nightclubs, and all of that.
A lot of people I know a lot of DJs doing great things. That they don't do a lot of nightlife.
Exactly.
But my mindset at that time, when I was leaving school, was that when I looked at that time, this is 2018. Most of the people succeeding at the level which I felt like you wanted to do DJing
at the time.
Were mostly the guys in nightlife, the guys doing a lot of festivals, the guys. So I was like, do I want to do this? So I just chilled on that and did more of my other skills, which is graphics, and then before music came to.
Okay, so music was it another option for you? Because you had mentioned DJ, you had mentioned graphics, you had mentioned then music. So if music was first priority, I don't know, was it first
not an option? This is why I do music, is because I have things to say. So that's the thing. It's not like an option. It's things that must be said. I've been writing for a long time. Making music for a long time. I started with poetry. So
it's okay. No, go on. It's your story.
So I started with poetry. Okay. And that was good. It made me say my stories. But I felt like I wanted to do something that I have stories to tell. And I want people to be comfortable listening to it. Not everybody goes on to listen to poetry every single day. And I already like music. My dad put us onto music very early. Like there was always this boombox in the house.
He was in love with music.
Yeah, he loved music.
Oh, and also he is. I don't know.
He is.
Okay.
Yes.
But your poetry at the time, I'm sorry to cut in. Your poetry at the time, was it poetry as well in terms of spoken, or you restricted it?
Spoken.
Okay.
I was out. So I've done a lot of things which will come to this point, which has grown me. So even though I don't do some of those things anymore, they show in what I do, and who I am, how I write. Like for every song I try to create, there's always something behind it, a story behind it, something I'm trying to say. So every single thing has led to this point. But for what DJing did for me is, whenever I hear a beat, hear a sound, I feel like, oh, it will make people move, or it will put people in this kind of mood, because I was able to do that with people, play songs and see how they react to it. So I still do most of these things, but more on a personal level. And because work doesn't allow me to like do a lot of things right now, so I just have to like focus and bring them out more in phases, even if they're going to come out.
So what kind of music did you start with?
Did I start with?
Yes.
Okay, I started with rap actually. 2020.
So he asked you earlier if you rap.
I started with rap.
Probably he saw the rap in you, right?
It was obvious.
I started rap in 2017, just like doing a couple of raps here and there. And then 2018, 2020, I actually recorded the song.
Okay.
It was a rap song, but it never came out because the producer was messing with me.
Yeah,
He was doing he didn't finish up the song, but it was rap. Then I switched from rap. I still know how to.
Okay.
But I switched from that in like
Thanks
20,
for admitting, because you dropped some bars.
I still know how to then, but 2020 end, I realized I wanted to make people move more, like just like turn up spaces, like make people dance.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I think I want to do more of that. Even if I want to rap, it to be in the vibe songs, but also we're African, and Africans love to dance.
We love, so was it
move.
always gospel, or you did some R&B, you know, the lover thing? R&B, the love songs, right? Rhythm and blues, the rock and all of that. But has it always been gospel or secular rather?
When you said, when we talked earlier, you said what genre, and I said if we had to put in a genre, I said that if we had to, I don't like being put in that genre in certain genres, because I grew up in the church, like I was born Christian, so it's not like also something I learned later.
Into,
like that's all I really know.
Okay.
So it was just, even if I want to say anything, it has to come from a God perspective, not because I'm trying to make you gospel. I'm consciously it's just that
it's like a lifestyle.
Yes, it's like a lifestyle. So, but the way I look and the way some people will be like, oh no, that can't be gospel. So, but that's the idea. I want to create music for people that don't look
like it.
Yeah, that don't look like it.
Who don't fit the stereotype.
Yeah, who don't fit the stereotype, but want to have a God experience.
What really is a stereotype? People like you can be better than people who are suited up. So what really is a stereotype?
It is a balance.
But you really get bothered about people saying, well, he doesn't really look like
I don't get bothered anymore.
But you used to get bothered before.
Long ago.
Well, I just feel like people can be themselves, are entitled to how they want to be, providing it's not affecting the next person, and can still be good people, irrespective of how they look.
It's majorly the heart, and majorly you knowing what you
although looks are important, no doubt, but we can't judge people based on what they look like.
Yeah, but although they say dress how you want to be addressed, or they say that. So my view on this thing when it comes to looks is, you look the part, but also you need to be free.
Okay.
But also, like, it's not just about outside, because there's people that look all calm, cool, collected, but inside it's not like that. But there's people who look like just free, and they're like cool people inside. They know that the major is the heart. So after the looks, you need to also look at what is inside. Because if the looks is what you want it to be, but the inside is not it, then what's the use for the looks?
Okay, let's look at the music, the transition now. And I'm saying the transition because you've done so many things. You from DJ, you delved into music, rap. When you transitioned from rap to singing, what was that process like? I mean, for someone who is a rapper, especially if you're into freestyles, you know, the burst of energy, and then you're coming into the music, you're trying to sing, that it's difficult sometimes to control the energy in terms of reducing it for it to, you know, suit certain melodies or flow with certain melodies, especially when you're recording in that booth. You know, you're all pumped up usually, but you're now trying to bring it cool. So what was that transition like, and what would you define your sound as now? I mean, people talk about Afro beats, Afro fusion, Afro this, almost everything has Afro to it now, but what's your sound like?
So the transition took a while, but it had to happen naturally.
Okay.
As I said, we're Africans. We have that vibe in us. So even when I was still rapping, I still tried to like make it very rhythmic, very
melodious.
Very very not necessarily melodious, but like it was not just confined to only rap. Like it was. And then this switch basically, as I said, I studied theater arts, so we already knew how to switch in between characters, So the major switch was for people, not for me.
Not for you.
It was me making people comfortable in the fact that you hear me sing on this song, like you won't hear me rap anymore, or you won't hear me do a spoken word. So it was majorly for people. The switch for me was pretty seamless.
Seamless.
So it's been in that space of creating. The major thing was confidence to like just put it out.
Put it out. So what's the sound like now? Because definitely different, you know, flows.
Yeah.
How do you fit in now?
It's Afro heavy. That's like is it heavy on the African?
On the African
Afro heavy. I've heard. I just heard this.
That might be a genre.
Yeah.
Afro fusion. Afro what it is.
Afro beats, Afro soul, you know, Afro
heavy.
pop, Afro heavy.
I didn't mean to make that sound like a genre, but like I mean the sound is heavy on Afro. Like it's,
Okay.
like
Let's listen to how heavy that sound
Afro
is
heavy.
on Afro. We'll be right back after this break.
Well, you just listen to the sound of Naga turning up in the name of the Lord and putting pressure everywhere. You go shock you and shock us. Everything you just put together with the jumping and shouting and on stage. Where do you guys get this kind of energy from? Because I'm wondering, you have to jump on that stage twice or
That was
five
heavy
times.
on energy.
That was Afro heavy, It's really. But Naga, so that sound, you wrote that song, obviously.
Yeah.
You performed the song, and you have a lot of team. Was it? Are they all your team members or just your church members?
I've been privileged to work with a lot of people, so I'm the head of a team that performs, a performing arts team.
Oh,
So
wow, no
basically,
wonder.
that's some of them.
Because they're jumping on that stage. If that stage wasn't strong enough, it would have fallen. But
And the funny thing is that I dropped the song a day before this performance, and I was shocked that they knew the words.
I mean, that means they love you.
It shocks me. Sometimes
shock
I
you, just
wonder,
like the song,
did I
it shocks
pay them to get on this? It shocks me.
Wow.
So like, yeah, I worked with a lot of people. I studied theater arts. So basically, I learned to work with people, and I'm privileged to lead teams like that, which I still presently lead one. Them. So
you talk so much about theatre art. Sorry, something. So what informed your decision to study theatre art?
that was the only thing I could study because
Why?
I was like,
I've been a
first
doctor.
of all, honestly, I didn't want to do any course that would make me do maths again after my work.
Okay, but theatre art, when it comes to lighting design, stage design, you have a lot of a couple of some calculations because I did theatre art too.
Calculation is
The
different from having to write the maths.
I can imagine. So you just had to do theatre.
Yeah, like
and
I love.
it.
As I said, we grew up around music.
Okay.
My sister is a drummer. She was on drumming in that video.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
we so just around all that energy. My dad loved drama, so it flowed. And I was like, what course will I go through, even if the stress is so crazy that I won't run away? I was like, okay, theater. No matter what happens, I love the thing. So.
Okay, just before turn our attention back to the music, I'm still talking about this theater arts of the thing.
Yeah.
Did it at any point cross your mind? Did you ponder about delving into acting or directing, other aspects of theater art?
Yeah, the way it is, you learn everything.
Film production and
You learn
all.
everything.
Yeah, I
so,
know.
and as I said, everything happens gradually. That's not out of the conversation because my majors were dance and dance music a bit, but also directing.
Okay.
And the way we studied in Uniben, you learn thoroughly.
everything.
Yeah.
You learn.
And you rehearse thoroughly.
Yes, you rehearse thoroughly. So the way it is, if it dawns on me that I want to get something done in that space, like I do things because of reason. If I see that there's something I want to do in that space. It will happen naturally. And I don't like it when things clash with things.
Model up.
Like it has come seamlessly. And if I was to get into all these kind of things, definitely
There should be a transition.
So while you were in school, were you still doing your music thing while you were studying? Because I'm trying to know how possible that would
I
have
wasn't
been.
doing music in school.
Like this jockeying and every other thing aside theatre art.
So I love theatre art.
Okay.
So I loved learning the course. I loved reading and all those things. Not loved so much, but it made me not see it as work. So to do all the other things, I was able to balance them. I did a lot of things in school. I was in a paramilitary group.
Oh.
Yeah, for me, school was that experience where if I'm doing this, let's do it.
Okay.
So I did a lot of extracurricular activities. and then also passion things like DJing and all. Like, I didn't affect school. I still left school with it. But I didn't like the politics space. I didn't appreciate it. So when I was in the paramilitary group, so it was all more of doing the balancing. So like, don't get out of line.
Okay.
But it was good watching all that.
All of that.
It was good watching all that. So it didn't affect anything. I still left my 2-1 with a 2-1.
Okay. That was quite interesting.
Let's talk about the music now. That the way you write when you want to rap, or when you're a rapper rather, differs from when you're a songwriter.
Yes.
The beats alone, and all of that. So the question would be, how do you write? Well, and I'm saying that because as a rapper, oftentimes you probably get to listen to the beat, you vibe to it, and you just begin to flow. Yeah. Sometimes it starts as a freestyle, then you can always tweak it here and there, and it becomes a full-fledged song. On the other hand, for a songwriter, you probably get an inspiration from probably the environment, someone's testimonial, personal experiences, whatever it is. You put pen to paper and then you see how you flow with it. So how do you write your songs now that you're a singer as against when you were a rapper?
When I used to rap, it used to be very wordy. Like a lot of words.
Punchlines.
Like 7 words in one line. Then I sent my first song to someone, to a couple of people. And then one guy comes back and he's like, this song is a lot of words. Like, it's a lot of words. Like, you should try to like, I felt like, why are you telling me to reduce the words? And I felt that's how I felt. But then, now having to transition, I learned that you have to use the words deliberately. But also, it's still like the same process. I hear a bit, or sometimes it's not a bit. Something hits me, I record it, like the first line or something. It just starts with the first line. But majorly, the core of my writing is, what do I want to say?
Okay.
What do I want to say? Like this song, I was just walking one day and then, like, a producer sent a beat, but then I didn't even listen to it. But then he came around and I said, okay, let me hear the beat. I was walking down. He just hit me. He listens to the beat. It just hit me. The first line, this life will confuse somebody. Because at that point, I'm like, life is confusing. Sometimes it can really, it's highs and lows. So it could start with one word. It could start with a story. But for me, I wait for it. I wait for it. I get the first word. I get the chorus. I wait. Or if I get the chorus and that's good, I wait for the verse. As I said, I like telling stories. I do songs for different reasons. And if I'm talking to a particular issue or particular person's story or even my story, I want it to be well-rounded. So I don't rush it. I wait, the words come. Then even after finishing the song, I go through it over and over and over. Because I'm like, even if the song does not pop today, it can pop in the next 5 years, it can pop in the next 10 years. And it has to be relevant to that generation. Even maybe the sound has changed, but the message still has to be relevant. So I take music in very high regards. So I calm down. It does not work for a lot of people, but sometimes when I'm in a session or something, we can make a song in 2 hours. But when it is a song I'm going to put out, that I know I'm going to put out and I'm going to stand by and perform, I have to like calm down, take my time. It might take a very long time. Like this song, we started writing it in February, we put it out in August.
Oh, so it takes 4 months.
It takes long sometimes.
Okay.
So it could be shorter. It's not for us.
What are your top, would I say, top the top music artists you look up to?
People I look up to and the reason why I look up to them.
You really have a lot of reasons to do a lot of things because you keep mentioning reasons and that's a good thing.
The guy's my life because it defends everything I do. If I have reason, I keep going.
Hope is Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, like, Jesus definitely.
Okay.
But I mean, like, the reasons guide my life. Okay. There's no reason for something. Why are you doing it?
Exactly.
That's basically what I mean.
All right.
So one, Kendrick Lamar.
Oh.
Why?
Rapper.
His spirit and his performance, energy, the way the care to the music. Like, some of the music have curse words and all those things, but it is the care and his story, his come up story. I love that. He's about 35, 36 now, but he's still as if he's still 16 because of the passion and that burning. The next person, Burna Boy.
Let me, before we talk Burna Boy, let me take you up on the age-long battle, although I probably know where you'll stand.
Yeah.
Who is better, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar?
Are you really going to do
I love two of them. But if I had to choose, I would choose Kendrick Lamar because of he's a more rounded artist.
Looking at the discography, looking at the art itself when it comes to rap.
I'll pick Kendrick Lamar, but I love J. Cole. J. Cole's 2014 Progressive Drive basically helped me. In terms of writing, in terms of growing, but looking at the roundedness of the person, I'll pick Kendrick.
Tupac, Biggie.
I didn't really listen to them.
Okay.
But if I had to pick, I'll pick Tupac.
Jay-Z, Nas.
Jay-Z is still around. It's still Jay-Z is the boss. Yeah, I think I'll pick Jay-Z.
Eminem, what do you think about him?
Eminem is Eminem. That's what I think. That's what I think of Eminem.
Okay, let's talk about that boy.
Eminem is Eminem. I love Eminem.
I mean, you actually like a lot of rappers.
Yeah. I love musicians.
Okay, you don't even okay. Before Burna Boy, you talk about Burna Boy now. You've not mentioned, not like it's a necessity though, but you've not mentioned any gospel.
Yeah.
You're coming to that.
Nah, I'm not coming to that.
Why?
By how I grew, I didn't really, and what has really influenced how I move. I love the faith, but when it comes to people that influence my music, not really a lot of them. Just majorly a few people that really. Okay, so the Afro, there's a genre called the Afro gospel space. You have Angelo, you have Limo Blaze, you have Obaringi. These guys have even influenced what I do more than the regular gospel artists or the mainstream gospel artists. Yeah, on the outside the country, I have Lecrae. Those are like so those are people that
I'm trying to remember the name.
Yeah, those are people that true. Those are people that really influenced me. But the regular, straightforward gospel space, I've not really been so influenced. Maybe Kirk Franklin. Yeah. But so on a regular day, I don't wake up just listening to worship, like regular worship music for so long. But like, what influences my whole day? You have more of Limo Blaze, you have more of Obaringi, you have more of Great Man, those the Afro gospel guys.
That's what you do.
Yeah, but that does not take away from what the OGs, the mainstream gospel have done for whatever we do now.
Gospel has different people do a Sinach kind of gospel. It's different from the Lecrae kind of gospel.
That's what I'm saying.
So you are the Nigerian Lecrae that I'm seeing now. So that's why I wouldn't even expect you to call it Sinach.
Yeah, so
you probably, if Messi Chiwo was here, I would have expected something like that from her. But I wouldn't expect you to mention the Sinach.
I love Lecrae. Lecrae has an influence on almost every young person that does the Christian thing. Because like 2012, it was just regular gospel. When I heard rap music, and it was Christian. Lecrae that truth. I'm like, what are you guys? Are you joking? And that opened me up more. Because I was like, if this is what I have, just the regular Christian music, I might not do Christian because I don't see myself.
How about Tachibet?
Tachibet's energy,
and then he dresses. You don't know he's a pastor.
He's a different guy. But like, I mean, things that influence me on a regular basis.
Okay. No. When you said Burna Boy, what exactly about Burna Boy?
One, his performance, but also the never letting go spirit. Okay. Because if you told any Nigerian to predict where he will be in 2017, what will happen in 2018, they won't think he will blow up. Yeah. So that believing in yourself and also getting to use opportunities. As soon as he had the window of the mistake with Kanye West song, he has not stopped since then. Exactly. So when I see those kind of habits, those kind of things, and the fact that it looks like they're going to be around for very long, now he's selling stadiums out and all, I'm like, oh yeah, this is good. This is good. This looks good. That's and also the creation of the music.
Anyone else?
Just they're more underground artists.
Okay. Let's talk about your music now. Yeah. I know you've transitioned, you've evolved basically over time. So you have few sounds out there. Are you working on anything currently? Are we looking at a project or two, maybe an extended playlist, an album, or what's in the works?
So one song just came out. That's my first song, the one out.
Oh, okay.
No backup.
No backup.
That's the name of the song. No backup.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes plan B is not needed.
Yeah,
Tunnel vision. Tunnel vision.
So and it's beautiful that's what starts my career. Cause like I'm gonna go even if no backup. That's if you follow me or not, I'm going to go. But like you're welcome to join
the party.
But yeah, other things are coming up. I'm still looking at dropping 1 or 2 songs before the year runs out, but maybe one because we're already in end of October, November. Maybe one, but next year there'll be about 2 EPs. I'm not looking at dropping an album yet. I want the music to grow. Okay. Because I like the music growing on people. I'm looking at also doing smaller concerts where you have more intimate concerts, maybe 50 people, 100 people, and it grows. It grows like that.
Talking about the EP or even the song you're about to release, are we looking at any features?
For now, no.
No. So it's just about you.
For now, no. It's about growing me. Okay. But then I already have I already have a song where someone featured me. Okay. And a couple of others that are coming out like that. But for my think
own project.
it's like growing this thing, putting that time to
no
grow.
rush. It's
Yeah,
no
like build the
rush.
foundation.
Yeah, foundation
The
first.
deeper the foundation, the higher the house.
I like the fact that you are
That's
going
nice.
this late, because a lot of young and coming artists,
Yeah.
up and coming artists, they don't really understand the importance of foundation. It's just everyone wants to blow up. I want to blow up too. I want everyone to be popular and rich too at the same time. But when your foundation is shaky, you can blow up, and at the same time you are going down. Because I've had a lot of artists who have come up over the years and have made so much weight, and in less than how many years
They disappear.
and we have people like Fernando Kolapo Kuti, Two-Face, a
I
couple
was
of
never
them.
born when
You may not-
he was around. So like,
but
we're still here.
if you listen to his song now, Asha,
still relate.
I love her a lot.
Yeah.
Listen to her song, you know that these people has foundation. So we appreciate the fact that you have this, or I appreciate the fact you have this thought line. Trust me, you're gonna blow up so well. But before you go, I'm sure something wanted to drop 18 bars. Don't die. Okay, can you drop?
Just freestyle. Just freestyle.
Can you first of all, can you know it said it's been a while he
I
did
said
that.
it's been a while.
It's been a while.
But then a rapper is always a rapper, don't you think? Or is there something else?
Uh,
Okay, but what are you comfortable doing, singing or rapping?
Right now, more of singing, but then just the rap comes in, like
Okay, you want to mix
they just
both of them for us?
it just jumps into
Just
each other.
freestyle then.
Okay, just do your
I'm
thing.
a different kind of baller. Seek the kingdom first and I'ma get all orders. I don't rush the process, make it no choke me if it's not flowing or don't feel God is not making sense. I never put my trust in friends or in material things, put my trust in Benz. Vroom, vroom, me come see goes quick past tense. In God I put a lot of my confidence.
Definitely sound like that.
Why does that have a Burna
Burna Boy thing.
a Burna tone?
Burna thing, but
There's a Burna tone to it.
why the music was playing during the break? I wanted to say this sounds like Burna, but then that's a Burna thing, and I really want you to sing again, please.
It has a raga too to it.
Yeah, it
though.
has that.
It has a raga to it.
I love the bounce. I love
It has a
I
raga
what bounce
feel.
does to people when I used to DJ. I love what the
You-
bounce does to people. Like
you-
it makes them okay.
Indeed,
I'm
this
not
is
gonna do
Afro heavy, you know.
You're
You
good.
probably should trademark.
No, you're good. He's good. He's really good. Please, can you sing again?
Okay, oh yes, I know. Oh, the many happiness it touch us so. Hey, boy, you cannot let go. We must get everybody young. Everybody, yo.
Okay, you know, if we allow you, I know you don't mind standing up and start jumping up right here, jumping up and down. But then you're good.
Yes,
I would say that you're good. And the sky is,
Well done.
it's not your limit. It's your starting point. But then if you were not an entertainer, because you said aside theatre art, you may not be able to have done any other thing. Okay, if you're not a singer, what else would you have been?
There's a lot of things. I've been I have a 9 to 5.
Oh really?
Oh,
Like
okay.
I'm not, so that's the thing. I'm not
I'm not
the I'm not the thought process that you just do all the arts and then you, because okay, what funds my music right now is my job.
Okay.
So but the fact that I have a job to do, I design, I also make shirts. This is one of the things I make.
Oh, nice.
It helps to fund the different things I do, and also I don't like to guide people wrongly and tell someone just leave all the things and just face music or just. If you can't do that, fine. If you start from an early age, because I work with some young 16-year-olds, I can tell them face music now because you have like that time. But when you get older and as I said, I'm not under a label. You have to like fund your stuff. Like it's real life. It's in Nigeria, so like you have to like fund it. So I have a 9 to 5. I do other things too. So there's other things I could have done. A lot of other things.
Okay, well,
Quite interesting.
quite interesting. I don't know where to come up here, but then I think that's a good place to wrap up
Yes,
this segment
it
with
is.
Naga. Naga, thank you
very
so much.
I'm grateful to be here.
Thank you so
We're
much.
also super excited to have you too, and I know that in 3 years to come you'll be so blown, and I just hope, or we hope, we don't have to start looking for you. We want to feel from
This is my first interview. So.
You have many more after this.
There will be many more,
many more
apparently.
interviews.
But I mean, like the first one is always memorable.
Oh, yeah.
I hope so.
So-
When I want to see Naga now, they will say, and meet my manager. Manager will meet the
No, you meet the
coordinator.
PA first before you meet the manager.
No, you know the thing. I would also be big. So once he hears my name,
That's the idea.
once he
That's
hears my
the idea.
name, once he hears my name, he will tell you, I know her. Let her in. She needs to give me some contracts. So you can't even keep me waiting. Naga, thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
We appreciate. Keep
Thank
doing what
you.
you're doing. If you ever feel like stopping, I know sometimes you feel like stopping because of pressure and everything. Please do not ever stop. Don't forget that if you stop, a lot of people will be like,
Right.
Imagine Burna Boy had stopped.
Right.
So
that
should be your inspiration right there. Thank you so much, Naga. Well, that was quite an interesting segment with Naga. Please do well to look up this. It's a young lad. Please, look him up, follow him, and support his music, because the sky is a starting point. Well, this is a wrap on this segment, but it's iBrandTV, and on iBrandTV we have more interesting segments for your viewing pleasure. If only you stay with us.